I've landed in another tiny island here in Greece called Donoussa. It is one of the small Cycladic islands. That's Naxos back in the distance over there. So join me this week as I explore this small island. I'm super excited, and of course, an amazing view. The beach is even more beautiful as you come down the road. Look at all those beautiful palm trees. You don't see those a lot here because they need lots of water, and they definitely don't get enough of that here, so they're pretty hardy. Now, the weather has cooled off, so we'll see what the water is like. I'm not going to necessarily get in right now because I do need to go and get some supplies. And I also want to check and see there's a boat that'll take you to some of the beaches, and I want to see what the schedule is for that. Okay, I can't resist. I'm going to put my feet in just to see. Oh yeah, it's chilly. Well, my idea of swimming this week maybe. Not that. Maybe it'll get warmer as the day goes on. I got some groceries so I can at least eat a few meals in my apartment. And the water feels better now. It's a little bit warmer than it was this morning, and the wind, at least down here on the beach, isn't as strong as it is up on the hill where my room is. Really beautiful. I'm enjoying it so far. And my plan right now is to go for a little dip, and then I'm gonna take a nap. Because despite sleeping till about 10:30 this morning after going to bed at 3, I'm just so tired. That's the one thing that I didn't love about coming here is the arrival time. If I'd come on Wednesday, it would have arrived at 1, which would have been better, but I just couldn't do it because I just couldn't get away that quickly. So I think maybe next time I would, maybe during the high season the ferry is better, I'm not sure. But I think what I might do is take the early ferry to Naxos and then stay one night in Naxos, or take the express Scopoletis and then come here, just because my body does not like staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, not a complaint, not a big deal. It's a lesson you have to learn, right? The water is so clear, even all the way out, and it's sandy as far as I swam. And it was a little chilly when I got in, but once you're in there for a while, it feels great. I was in there for like a half an hour, just floating around and swimming, and it's super clean. But there is another beach that it's like a 10-minute walk, and I think I'm gonna go get some water in my room and go that direction. Man, that hill was steep. So I'm walking to Kedros Beach, which according to the sign says it's a 10-minute walk. However, I had to take a break because that hill wasn't big. It was just very, very steep. So this is where we're at now. There's a helipad over there, and there's actually a helicopter on it. I did hear one earlier, so that must be it. So let's see. I hope that I don't get down there and then have to turn around and come back up another big hill, which might be the case. We'll see. Here's some goats. One I have convinced to come over. He's got some great horns. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Isn't he cute? A lady stopped to give them food, and they've all come running. They must know her. I only have banana chips, and I didn't know if that would be okay to give them. So, there's some babies. Man, they can move when they want to. Because when you reach the goats, you are almost there. There's the sign. Let's see, Kedros, 5 minutes. The windmill, 45 minutes. And then Vathi Liminari, doesn't say how long. But I think this hill will be a little bit less steep. You can see it's a nice path. It's not dirt, which I was afraid of. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. It's not like the edge of the path, and it's a path that winds back and forth, so it's not so steep. So I will go down. Yay. This is absolutely stunning. I had to stop and call my parents to show them. So it does look like that this is where the nudists are, so I may not film too much, obviously, down here. But I at least had to come see it. Not the nudists, the beach. Let me make that clear. It's a nice beach, a little rockier than the one in town, but not anything like in the water. The water is a little bit cooler. There is a little beach bar over there, so if you wanted to come and get something to eat for lunch, this is a good spot. However, like I said, lots of nudists. More people nudist than in bathing suits, so to each their own. Not for me, but whatever. It is very cool down there. It's really nice. Like a lot of the beaches tend to be a little bit hot, but there's a nice breeze down there, so really nice. I even saw a cat hanging out on the rocks. I've made it back up the hill, and the goats have been released for the evening to eat. Most of them are over here on this other side of the road, but one is down here. I think that's the one that came up to me earlier. The shepherd is sitting over here on the side of the road. So it's a very Greek scene. I always say wait for about 30 to 40 minutes after sunset, and that's when it gets really beautiful, and that is the case. Not that the process isn't fun, but this is really gorgeous. It's now time to find dinner. I'm not really sure where I want to eat. My Greek teacher has given me some recommendations, and I mean, there aren't a ton of options, and so I may go across the way to the port area because there's some places over there. The other thing is, and I knew this when I booked the hotel, so I can't really blame myself for anything, but there is no walkway unless I go the long way around across the beach to the other side, and there's no walkway, like wooden walkway on the beach, so I think I'm just gonna walk on the beach. My feet will be sandy, but who cares? I decided on tokima, and I got the yemista, and it's supposed to have seafood inside of it, so it looks great. I wanted to get the pork shank, but they showed it to me. It was massive, so I decided not to do that. That was very good, surprisingly, with the seafood in it, but I liked it. I'm gonna walk through the village a little bit. There isn't a lot. There's some stores further in, but the church is all lit up, so I wanted to walk by that because it looks really pretty. Definitely not open, but very pretty courtyard. A really nice view. A great location. I have a troublemaker. Instead of letting me pet him, he decided that to get my attention, he would swat me with his claws out. So just bought a great dress in this beautiful shop here. And they have wonderful things, and it smells fantastic inside. They have beautiful jewelry and things, and they're very nice to let me film a little bit inside. So really great option. And there's actually some Athenian brands that I know in here, so really nice. Today I am going on a boat to a beach called Livati. You can kind of get to it if you want to do a big hike. I do not. And after all the hills from yesterday, my calves are sore, although they're better now that I'm up moving around, but I woke up this morning and they were very stiff. So, and there's nothing at this beach, so I have water and snacks with me, and they don't leave again until 4:45, so it's kind of a long day, but it'll be nice. I have made it to Livati Beach. The ride over on the boat was pretty quick. It was probably like 20 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. And the people who are camping on this beach come out and help people get off the boat because obviously there's no dock or anything. So you just kind of get out into the water. I had put my phone and my camera in a plastic bag. There's practically no shade. There's a little bit of shade, but the people who are camping are using it. So I've built a makeshift little tent here with my extra towel. And I have a hat, of course. So, but I'll probably swim a lot and it'll be great. This is my little tent setup. I found a stick. I had an extra hairband. I found a tent stake, and my extra towel has a little like tab on it that I can stick stuff through. And my sailing friend gave me this from the boat, and so I brought it and blew it up, which has been great because I've been leaning on this wall. My swimsuit cover-up is acting as some extra shade. Suddenly, the dog that's on the beach started barking, and I turned around and there's a goat, like standing on the rocks over there, which you can't see, kind of blends in. And then up on the hill, there are two more. There's only one up there now, but there was a second one. Only one of them is brave enough to come down to the beach. Morning, everybody. I slept in late because I am tired from being in the sun all day yesterday. Even though I very much enjoyed being at that beach, it was really nice. It's a lot of sun in one day, and it made me very, very tired. In fact, I was reading my book, and rarely does this happen, but I was falling asleep, and finally I just turned off my book because I have an ebook, so I can read as much as I want. I did not take you guys with me this morning because I was so tired, but I went and got a coffee and a croissant I got the croissant from the bakery and a coffee at another shop because the bakery doesn't make coffee, which is sometimes normal here in Greece. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about prices of the food because I know a lot of people are interested in that. And I didn't tell you guys the price of my dinner the other night, which the yemista, which was the peppers and the tomatoes with seafood, was 15 euros. Now, if you'd just gotten yemista without seafood, that would be way too expensive. However, I didn't think it was too bad considering that it had mussels and I think it had squid in it. So, it was an expensive dish. I don't remember how much the wine was. So, I think my total was like 17 something. And so that included, no, it had to be more than that. But no, it was 17.50. I remember now because I waited for change. So really, I got wine and a bottle of water and they didn't charge me much for that at all. So I need to go back and look at the receipt. And because I've had so much sun, I don't know if I'm going to go to the beach for very long today. I may just go for a quick swim later. But I'm just going to kind of have a nice relaxing day because that's what you should do when you're on vacation, right? Like, I think a lot of people come and they want to do everything, but really, you should also relax. You just missed the sun going down. Every night it's been spectacular. I'm sure it will be again tonight. Now, who knows for tomorrow and Tuesday because of the wind. In fact, I heard some ferries were canceled, but I don't know about the ones for here. I'm not leaving till Thursday, thank goodness, because I originally thought I would leave on Monday or Tuesday, and then I changed my mind. I would have been here anyway. Really didn't do much today. The sun really took it out of me. I've been super tired all day. I think I'm not an all-day beach kind of person because it does wear me out for whatever reason. And so, I slept late, came out, had breakfast, I read on my balcony, and I took a nap, and I talked to my family, and now I'm going to go out for dinner. It's a little early for Greek standards. It's like 7:15, but because of my wacky schedule today, I didn't really have lunch, so I'm getting hungry. So I've come to Avli, and again, last night of the season for this restaurant. So I'm glad I came out tonight. It's a beautiful setting. Of course, they don't have a lot on the menu because it's their last night, so I got what I could, and I'm getting orzo with shrimp, or I think it's shrimp and mussels. I don't know. I ordered it and I got a lovely glass of wine, which let me tell you is really good. This is the lovely setting of the restaurant. And if you sit near the edge, you would have a view probably of the sunset, but it's gone down now, so I'm happy to sit wherever. And there was a small table down there, but it was going to be next to a very large group of people, and so I opted to not sit there. That looks absolutely decadent. Super rich looking. Can't wait to try that. I have to say the orzo pasta with the shrimp and mussels was probably one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. And now I'm having chocolate mousse with pieces of chocolate inside. It doesn't look great, but it sounds amazing. Good morning from a very windy Donoussa. They had said we were going to get a lot of wind. This is a little bit more than I was expecting. The express scopoletus is just pulled in, and it is a little bit late because of it, and it is rocking back and forth. I'm glad I'm not taking that today. I don't know if it's showing in the video, but there are lots of white caps, and there are all these clouds over Naxos. I woke up this morning, this was normally over here. It was all the way across the balcony floor, and it's trying to move now. I tried to weight it down a little bit more with the broom, but that's not working. Need to find a rock. The wind has definitely gotten worse, as you may be able to hear. It's whistling through the door, and the waves are much bigger, and there are more white caps. The lady who's been cleaning the room said that she will go swimming today. She said the beach is a little bit more protected. So on my lunch break, I'm going to walk over and get a coffee and brave it and see what it's like. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cold, and I'm kind of enjoying watching the waves, but yeah, the sound of the wind is kind of disturbing a little bit. But this is, the windier part of the Aegean. There is no one swimming, and I only see people really walking on the beach. I see a chair way down there, might have a person in it. But I have to walk across that to go get coffee and groceries. And I wish I had pants on, because even though it's not cold, I'm not used to chilly weather anymore. And maybe you guys can hear how windy. It's really the wind that's cold. It's not that cold out. The waves are going all the way up the beach. I'm going to have to walk next to the wall, basically. Well, it could be worse. It could be all the way up to the wall, and it could be stuck on this side, right? As I suspected, it's not as windy over here. The wind is definitely coming from the north, so my sort of southeast location is making that wind hit me much harder, but that's okay. It's keeping it cool over there. I got my coffee to take away. There it is somewhere. Here comes the Express Scopoletus coming back, and this is kind of what it's known for. It just goes no matter the weather, and it is just being sort of beaten. Of course, it was worse this morning when it left from here, but earlier when it was further away, I could see that the water was going over the bow, and usually people sit outside on this thing, but I don't think too many people are probably sitting outside today because they would be soaking wet. This is tonight's dinner spot, O Capitanos, and it's kind of overlooking the port with a sunset kind of partially, blocked. Where are my words today? Anyway, and obviously the wind is not as bad over here, but I am wearing pants now because it is that cool out. Kind of wish I had a light scarf even. So I have ordered zucchini balls and imam. You guys know those are two of my favorites, and when I see them, I try to try them. And here is the imam, and it smells fantastic. Good evening, everyone. I woke up with a slightly sore throat, and I think it's from all the wind yesterday. So today I pretty much stayed inside. I did go out for water today, but that was about it. It has been a very quiet day for me. Sometimes I get sick really easily, so I have to take precautions. I do bring stuff with me, so that's what I did today. But I am going out for dinner now, and I bought a scarf yesterday to protect myself from the wind, so that way I can walk around with it. Should have brought my own, but I didn't think it was going to be this windy. Every night, the sunset has just been amazing. Usually it is, but sometimes when the weather rolls in like this, it brings clouds and the clouds block it and it kind of doesn't look so nice, but hasn't stopped it. But I'm excited. They have okra, which I love Greek okra, so that's what I'm getting. Here's the okra. It looks great, and it's a good sized portion. So I should be nice and full, and hopefully with something warm. Hey guys, so it's my last full day here in Donoussa, and I am feeling better. So staying inside yesterday was the right call, and protecting myself from the wind last night. So I woke up and I was like, oh yes, no sore throat, no weird feeling nose. I still have some tickle because there's still some wind, but yay. And it's a little bit warmer now. This morning I had to work and I was in pants, but now it's warm again, and not on my side of the island, it's a little bit warmer. But I realized I haven't walked around the main village, which is called Stavros, that much and shown you. I really just came over to eat. That's been all I've been doing. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit and just kind of stroll through. It's not very big. I know I showed you some of it at night, but it's different during the day. And of course, I've come up here during siesta time, so everybody's inside, mostly napping. I just heard someone snoring even, so I'm trying to be somewhat quiet. When I was walking through here at night the other day, I noticed this was really cute. This is what they call the KEP, which is like citizen services, so anything you need to do with the government, get documents notarized and things. And I think the post office is here. I don't know if they technically have a demos. The health unit is here, all in one building. And there's a little library here. I'm assuming that it's just take as you need. I did notice that most of them are in Greek though, or in other languages. This has to be one of the most spectacular bougainvilleas I've seen recently. It's huge. It's in full bloom. Usually, like, some of them are dying and everything if it's this big, but not this one. It's thriving. On a small island, you kind of have to sometimes make your own entertainment, and I really like watching the ferries, but this island doesn't get very many ferries, but it is about to have the Express Scopoletus arrive at about, it's supposed to be in about 6 minutes, but it looks a little bit further away. It's probably about 10 minutes away. And she has arrived. And there's quite a few people waiting to get on the boat, which I guess at this time of year is pretty normal because people are starting to go. It's starting to get cool. It's now October 2nd, so, and I leave tomorrow. I don't leave on this boat though. This only goes to the small Cycladics, Amorgos, Naxos, so it doesn't get me to Athens. All right, new place for dinner called Embalaki, very close to my hotel, which is nice. And as you can see, the sunset is stunning. This is the salad, and not often do you get a salad that you can smell the balsamic vinegar on it. It looks great. Well, I may have over-ordered. I didn't know it was going to come with a salad, but it's okay. I'm really hungry, so I just won't eat the salad. Good morning from the last sunrise in Donoussa. I'm a little bit sad to be leaving. I could have easily stayed here for quite some time. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.